Hi guys, Mental Beauty here, and this is my first video here on YouTube. And I just wanted to kind of explain to you what I'll be doing, why I'll be doing it, and what hopefully you can gain from it. There's a YouTuber I follow. I think her name is Bailey Saria. I'll link her below because I'm sure I butchered the last name, but she is a beauty YouTuber, but she did like a little spin on it where she does beauty and murder mystery. So while she does her makeup, she talks about these real life murder mystery cases that have happened around the country and other countries. And I just thought that was an interesting idea. There's something about watching her do her makeup and talking about these real life things, some I've heard of, some I've never heard of, that I thought was interesting. And so I thought how I could put my own little spin on it. And so I decided the two things that I'm really passionate about are makeup and mental health. I am a licensed social worker and I work in a psychiatric hospital and home health and hospice. I've also been playing in makeup for about close to 10 years now. And it's just fun, something fun to do. Mental health I love because it's always different. No matter if patients come in with the exact same diagnosis, they're going to present differently. Different medications are going to work differently for them. They have a different background. They may respond differently to the whole subject of mental health. And so I decided to put those two things together. So videos I will upload from here on out will be me doing some form of makeup, which I love to do, along with telling you about a diagnosis that patients have, or diagnoses, or talking about diagnoses that are no longer considered legit diagnoses, which is going to be surprising to a lot of you guys, what used to be considered a mental health disorder that no longer is. Um, and then doing my makeup, some part of my makeup. I used to do it big when it came to makeup. I've spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on makeup, and I've slowly shrunk it down to like the bare necessities, not hundreds of dollars. I don't need a $50 eyebrow pencil or a $80 foundation or things like that. So I still got a little fancy, a little razzle dazzle here and there, but mostly it'll be some things that you can easily find. Everything's on Amazon, um, and I'll link all of that below. But I think the most interesting part of this channel will be the mental health discussion and talking about different diagnoses that people have, um, and what it looks like in person compared to what you see on TV, because they're totally different, and just information on it. And my goal with this is to give you something entertaining possibly to look at, which is makeup, while also educating you about a subject that is frowned upon, that is shunned, that is considered, a way to make money by selling these pills. And I promise you, I think I've worked in 6 psychiatric hospitals. It's real. Mental health is real. And it's being ignored, and people are suffering and dying because of it. So I want to be able to give you explanation for some diagnoses, and you may hear something and say, okay, I feel like that. Okay, I think like that sometimes. And you may go out and seek treatment for it. Um, my little disclaimer about mental health is, although I'm a licensed social worker, I won't diagnose anybody. I know the criteria for the diagnosis, but I'm not going to diagnose you. So please don't put in the comments, I feel this, and this. What do you think this is? Because I'm going to answer you, but I'm going to direct you to, your closest mental health clinic, your closest psychiatrist, somewhere like that where you can talk to somebody in person who can go through more of the criteria that you need to meet these diagnoses. Um, but and I really feel like the YouTube community, the beauty YouTubers, they talk so much about mental health, but in a roundabout way, because they're focusing on the makeup sometimes and focusing on what they're selling sometimes, and they just kind of briefly say mental health this, mental health that, and nobody's really um, diving in and getting deep and dirty into what it actually looks like, because as much as I love mental health, it is not always pretty. And I feel like it's not always pretty because people sometimes go way too long without addressing it because they don't know what it is. People hurt themselves. And I feel like the majority of people that I've come across that have hurt themselves, there was always words before actions. It was just who were they giving those words to, and what did that person do with them? Did they find them help, or did they say that you'll be okay? If they told them you're depressed, did they find them someone to talk to, or did they tell them you have nothing to be depressed about? Your words do so much to people, for people, and not in always a good way. So that is really what triggered mental beauty, because I feel like to be beautiful, to be the definition of beautiful, it means so much more than what you're looking at. It's how you feel. And I feel like when you think beautifully, when you concentrate, and when you have good thoughts, and when you come from such a healthy mental place, all you can do is spew out positivity. And so that's all I'm doing, is trying to put some positivity out there, give you some education about things, some things you may know, some things you may not know, some interesting things I think that I've learned along the way that I feel like I think other people should hear about it. I just do. So comment what you'd like me to talk about. I think my first video is probably going to be about major depressive disorder, because I think that's the most common one I see. And then I've been asked for years to do a video on my eyebrows. So my first video will be me doing my eyebrows and then talking to you about major depressive disorder, the different types, what it is, what it isn't, how it's treated, and some ways you can be supportive to family members that are going through that. All right. So again, comment, subscribe, come back, check for updates. I don't know how often I'll update, but I'm trying to get in the swing of things. And I look forward to seeing all of you. And so just remember, every day when you get up, your mental well-being is the most important thing to you, because without it, you can't do anything positive. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.